Our lesson for reflection today is about how we individually relate to the rest of the community. This first part is a quote of the writings of one person. Quote, "I try to think of myself just as one among 7 billion human beings. If we emphasize differences between us, it creates difference and distance. If I dwell on the idea that I'm Dalai Lama, I make myself a prisoner. But if I think of myself as a human being like everyone else, it brings us closer. All 7 billion human beings are interdependent. So my future, like everyone else's, depends on the rest of humanity." End quote. From the Most Holy One, the Dalai Lama, 26 July 2020. It is the same as how we, as Christians, loving all persons and accepting each person as they were made by God, see all as a part of the one body of Jesus Christ. Can it be any simpler than this? Those who work to divide, those who work to self-discriminate by breaking themselves off from the one community into their community of one, are committing the sins of vanity, of putting themselves in the place of God, putting themselves before God, and denying God's own creations as imperfect, not up to their standards. How bloody cheeky. Wouldn't want to be in their shoes at the end of days. These are the same people who say that blacks are essentially different than whites, or Asians, or Aboriginal, or Hispanic Latino. But they are wrong. The difference between any two people, whether it be a black person and a white person, a male person or a female person, a tall person or a short person, a fat person or a thin person, the total difference is 27 hundredths of 1%. That is how much DNA differs from one person to another. All told, 0.27 is the total differentiation from one person to the next. So all this talk of DNA in the crime shows is of that small portion. That 27 hundredths of 1% determines your gender, determines the color of your hair and your eyes, determines the shape of your jaw, the shape of your nose, your height, your weight, how well you digest food, and the volume of blood antibodies that you carry. Everything that differs from person to person to person is 27 hundredths of 1%. That is all.